everybody, good morning. I'm gonna wait for a couple of seconds for folks to hop on live. I hope that you're all having an amazing Saturday morning. I just had to run downstairs and run back up because I needed to get some supplies for class. So, sorry for the shaky screen. Oh gosh, here we go. I am like all sorts of falling apart this morning. All right. Whew. Did it. Done. We're good. All right, cool. So I met you all yesterday and I'm so happy to be back. My name is Casey. I am a silver leader with doTERRA and I am so honored and privileged to be guiding you along this journey toward wellness with essential oils. I hope that you all have had an amazing spoil week. And so right now what I'd like to invite all of you to do is to grab your oils. If you're feeling a little achy, maybe grab that little bit of the last little bit of deep blue, put it right down your neck or grab your balance, put it right on the bottoms of your feet and get centered for the day. If you're experiencing any allergies, make sure you grab your peppermint and your lavender, put a couple drops, one drop on each finger and put it on the roof of your mouth to alleviate some of those symptoms that come with seasonal allergies. And then, or just put a drop of peppermint in your hand to wake up, rub it in your hands and sniff it. I think I'm actually gonna do that right now. So this is my handy dandy oils case and I'm gonna be working from it this morning. I love having all of these oils on hand. This is one of my favorite ways to wake up. It's my peppermint and I just like to roll it along my forehead. Take a little smell, y'all. It's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna honor your time and get right into the class. So if you have any questions, be sure to contact the person who enrolled you. You're going to get in touch with them right after you watch this video today to secure your free bottle of Wild Orange. I'm going to talk more about the benefits of Wild Orange in a little bit, but right now I'm going to talk a little bit about essential oils. Some folks feel like essential oils are sort of this trendy thing, but in reality, essential oils have been around forever, like going all the way back to biblical and Egyptian days. The chemical aromatic compounds from plants have been used as medicine forever. And so this is a really old, really tested, trusted, time-proof way to care for your body, to naturally enhance your health and your well-being. And so I think now we're all sort of returning back to what we know works, what we know is safe, and what has sort of been around forever. A lot of folks I know start with essential oils. Hey, good morning, Serena. If you're here, shoot me a comment. Say, hey, I'm so glad that some of you are able to join live. But yeah, so a lot of folks are returning to that sort of natural, non-toxic way of living because we're beginning to really experience all of the, hey, good morning, Brittany. We're beginning to really experience some of those nasty side effects and long-term effects of putting harmful chemicals in our body. There are a lot of chemical compounds in products that we've used for decades that are now causing things like we are realizing are things that cause cancer and really harmful autoimmune diseases, and you know, all of this is coming to light. So I feel like that's the reason that now is the time that we're all sort of realizing the intuition and really wisdom in going back to the origins of medicine, which is plants. Feeding ourselves plants, using plants to heal our body. I mean, it's as simple as something like what your grandma used to tell you, drinking a cup of peppermint tea after dinner to settle your stomach. I mean, you guys, this is simple, intuitive, and this is sort of how our bodies were meant to feel. And one of the things that I sort of realize is that a lot of us have forgotten how good our bodies can feel. I know when I started using oils, I was sort of in this slump, and I can tell you actually how tangibly different my life is now from back then. Things like, you know, depression, sadness, like even just daily energy has totally changed. I actually got into essential oils out of desperation. A lot of folks end up doing it the same way. My son was about 6 months old and on his 3rd ear infection. And as a mom, I was distraught. I was losing sleep. He was up all night. Hey, good morning, Jessica. It's good to see you. And so he was having all of these chronic ear infections. He had been on antibiotics for almost 20 days, and the infection still wasn't going away. And at that point, my pediatrician told me, you know, there's really nothing more that we can do for him. It's just going to have to run its course, and we'll just watch and make sure that, you know, his eardrums don't burst, or, you know, whatever happens. I mean, I was just terrified. And at that point, I was like, this is a terrible answer. Why are you... Anyway, so my good friend Brittany, who's on here right now, had introduced me to essential oils, and so I got out that little bottle of tea tree, Melaleuca, which is one of my most tested, trusted... Melaleuca is tea tree, by the way. This little bottle, which ends up costing about, I think, 19 cents a drop, 9 cents a drop, something really low. This oil, I just put 1 drop on a cotton ball and I held it over his ear upon her recommendation, and I swiped it around his ear. I did it 5 times a day for 3 days, and my son's ear infection went away. And I was like, oh, this is great, wonderful. And then sure enough, another one came back because of the way his body was developing. He was just prone to ear infections. And so we went back to the doctor. They recommended another round of antibiotics, but before I gave them to him, I got this little bottle out, tried it, and sure enough, the ear infection went away, no antibiotics. And then another one came, and so I didn't even go to the doctor. I got this out, and I treated my son's ear infection for about $1.50. I didn't have to go to the doctor. I didn't have to pay a copay. I didn't have to he didn't have to get a prescription. And y'all, I cannot tell you how incredible that made me feel as a mom, from being helpless at the doctor's office to being so empowered by a couple little drops. I could cry. And so that's why I love teaching these classes. And if you're watching this, I hope that you have experienced some incredible relief, or gosh, just these oils have just blessed your life in a very specific way this week, and that you felt really loved and spoiled by all of our gifts to you and our education. And so I am going to talk a little bit more about that peppermint oil you've got. And so if you haven't already this morning, like I said, put a drop in your hand. I'm going to get mine out too. When you get it, it comes in this big bottle. This is a 15 ml bottle. Hey, Christy. Good morning. So just take that drop, put 1 drop right in your hand, rub it together, and whew, that clears your sinuses, doesn't it? I like to rub it right on the back of my neck. You can even put one on the roof of your mouth. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is to grab my peppermint beadlets. These come in several of the different kits, but they're, better than mints because there's no toxic chemicals. It's just straight essential oil in a tiny little beadlet. I pop it right into my mouth, and that's 1/4 of a drop, and you guys, woo, good morning. So 1 drop from this bottle is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's why these oils are so strong. The way oils are made depends on the plant. They're either cold pressed or steam stilled. They come from every single part of the plant, whichever is most medicinally beneficial. It is just the aromatic compounds from either the roots, stems, leaves, or bark. And they are processed and put into these beautiful little bottles. So their doTERRA standard is beyond organic. I know that we talked about this earlier this week, but every single oil doTERRA sells is called certified pure therapeutic grade, and that means when the oil comes in, doTERRA sends it off to a third party to have it tested. You can even go onto a website called Source2You and find the code on the bottom of your bottle, type it in, and it'll give you all of the results from the purity testing. There's so much transparency in this, and I just love that. So the other thing that I love about this is, I know we talked about it, co-impact sourcing. And that means that every time you buy a bottle, you're supporting a indigenous farmer, usually from a third world country, to provide a living wage for them, and that benefits their entire family. You guys, I know that this seems pretty meta, but just buying this bottle of oil can change the lives of so many people that you will never, ever meet. And it will provide them a future and a hope that is beyond what they would have ever experienced without this contract to grow these beautiful plants, to put in these beautiful bottles, to put in your beautiful house. So it just gives me the chills, gives me the tingles. I love it every single time I talk about it. If you want more information on co-impact sourcing, head to that website again, source2you.com. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the oils that you didn't get this week, but I think are really essential to every single home. But before I do that, I want to just take a minute, and I hope that everyone who's watching will do this with me. And I want you to think about 1, 2, or maybe even 3 of the biggest health concerns that you're experiencing right now. A lot of folks come to me with things like sleep issues, stress issues, maybe it's something like allergies or rashes on their dog or their kid, or headaches, chronic headaches, things like that. And I want you to think about those things. It could be for yourself or someone else in your family, but I want you to bring those things to mind, and I want you to imagine your life without those issues. I want you to imagine them completely gone, and I want you to think about how your life would change if those issues were alleviated. What if you got better sleep every night? What if you never had to stay home from work because your kid was sick for a week again? What if you never had to suffer through allergy season again? What if your body's inflammation was reduced so much that you had more energy to live and you enjoyed every single day? What if your joint pain was gone? What if your pain was relieved? So I want you to just take a moment and think about those things. And I want to talk about some more oils that will help you in your journey to a better, healthier life, alleviating those symptoms, getting rid of those problems, not just for a little bit, but for long term. And so I'm going to talk about some of my favorite oils that you didn't get this week. And the first one I'm going to start with is lemon. And the reason I bring this little puppy up is because I think it's the best-selling oil from doTERRA. This is one of those oils I like to call a Swiss Army knife. It does so much. You guys, it's super purifying, cleansing, and when you combine it with that lavender and that peppermint that you got this week, this trio is my go-to for seasonal allergies. It is the only thing that I use to treat them anymore. As someone who suffered through allergy season for decades, was on prescription medication, this one for me was a game changer. As a mom, I love it because it sort of takes away all the goo that comes with kids, like all the stickiness and ickiness. It's such a good cleaner. It's such a good purifier. I put a drop in my water every single day, and it is one of the things that yes, Jessica, yes, let's talk about this. And it's one of the ways that I keep my system gently cleansed and running efficiently. You guys, it's so good. It cleans and refreshes. Yes, good. Y'all, Jessica and Christy are on in the same boat as me, the allergy boat. This next oil I'm going to talk about is frankincense. And the reason that I always bring up frankincense in the beginning is because if you could only bring one oil with you to a desert island, this is the one to bring because it does all the things. When I say all the things, I mean all of the things. It is called the king of oils. If you are someone who grew up in maybe an Orthodox or a Catholic church, this scent will be very familiar to you. It's very resinous. It comes from Oman, and this is one of those oils that really, really impacts the lives of the people who grow it. doTERRA is really committed to sustainably sourcing this, which is something that I value as well. If you're someone who's Earth planet junkie like me, you know, you love your little tree hugger, then you'll be really happy when you use this oil, because it is one of our awesome, feel good, earth friendly, smells so good oils. I love this one for everything from relieving a headache to pain in my body to reducing inflammation overall. This is one that I put under my tongue every day. There are some really amazing studies on PubMed.gov that you can go check out that have specifically this oil in it. It's being tested for a lot of really cool things like brain degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia and cancers and things like that. So y'all, this oil is powerful. And this oil comes, I think, in just about every single enrollment kit that you can get. This one is a must-have for every single person. I already talked about how I use tea tree for my son and his ear infections, but really I love this. It's an everyday use. It's super astringent. It's a very clean smell. I like to clean it, and I actually pair it with one of my other favorites, which is oregano. And these two together are one of my favorite sixth season. Hey! Oh, Lauren! Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you're able to join. I'm not glad that your plane is delayed, but I'm glad you're able to join. So oregano and melaleuca together are a super powerhouse combo that I keep on hand during the cold and flu season, along with that On Guard that I talked about a lot yesterday. Frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, and melaleuca, F-L-O-O-M, Floom, is the powerhouse combo that I keep on hand whenever we start getting the tickle in the back of our throat during cold and flu season. That combo comes right out, and y'all, it keeps us healthy all year round. So the oregano and the melaleuca together, like I said, are super powerhouse antivirals, antifungals. I have a friend on our team actually who just used melaleuca to treat a nail fungus she got actually from a nail salon. They told her nails were going to fall off, and this puppy helped her keep her nails, stay safe, and treat the nail fungus, which is pretty cool. The next oils I'm going to talk about are some of my favorite blends. Now these blends are exclusive to doTERRA. So I know we talked about being really careful about where you get your oils because it's an unregulated industry, and if you go get them from just any old store, even a health food store like Whole Foods, you'll find on the label things like aromatic use only, you know, that like you can't put them inside your body, you shouldn't put them on your skin, and that to me is a big red flag for them not being pure or safe. They probably have some synthetics, and they don't even have to tell you about it. So I know we talked about that already, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew that all of the single oils I talked about are amazing, but I would not recommend any use, any internal or on-skin use, unless it was coming from a doTERRA bottle. So I just want to make that disclaimer. So before I go on to our signature blends, I want to talk about some of my favorites, which are Digest Zen. This blend smells like fennel. It smells like licorice a little bit. I love it. It has ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, anise, tarragon, and fennel in it. And this will cure, treat, or just alleviate any symptoms that you get in your gut that are unpleasant. I'm talking everything from bloating and acid reflux to constipation or diarrhea. You guys, this one does it all. It's a one-stop shop. When I was pregnant, this was the only thing that would even come close to helping my morning sickness. So pregnant mamas, I highly recommend this one, but just anyone who suffers from any digestive issues ever, this oil is a must-have. Babies who have colic, this is another really great one to have on hand for that. So that's Digest Zen. The next one is Breathe. This is another one that I keep on hand at all times, just because it is so powerful and is one of those ones that will alleviate it is so good at opening up your airways. It smells sort of herby and minty. So the oils in this one are laurel, eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, lemon, and cardamom, ravensara and ravensara. And the cardamom in here is really the chest opener. Hey, good morning, Laura. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. And so the Breathe oil is one that I rub right on my chest, and I put it right over my lungs. On my kids, I put it right down their backs, and it really does wonders. I want you to think of this as like a toxic-free Vicks Vapor Rub. This stuff is super powerful and will help any sort of chest congestion, cough, cold, things like that. This one's gonna help open your airways and breathe easier. Super simple. Something that you'll notice is that all of these oils are really intuitive. So Digest Zen is one that if you're gonna apply it topically, you rub it right on your belly, or you can even put a drop right under your tongue. Breathe, to open up your airways, you put it right over your throat or over your chest. It opens up the airways. One of my good friends, Reba, who's not on here, is someone who suffers like me from like really mild like exercise-induced asthma, and this is what I put on before I work out. And so I still have my rescue inhaler, obviously, but this one really prevents me from getting that sort of heavy chest feeling that I usually get when I work out, and it really opens up my airways and helps me to get the oxygen I need to have an efficient workout. So I love this one. I put this one on whenever I work out, which is unfortunately not every day, but usually it's at least a couple times a week. We already talked about On Guard. This one, you should definitely, hey, good morning, Stephanie. It's so good to see you on here. On Guard we talked about. Go back to my video yesterday and you guys will not be sorry, because this powerhouse oil is, I think, essential. It's called the Protective Blend because it keeps your family protected during cold and flu season. It is so good. The last ones that I want to talk about are ones that we've sort of already covered. Balance. This one is so good. I put it on the bottoms of my feet every single morning. So if you've got yours, put a drop in your hand and rub it right on the bottoms of your feet. And I love the way that it calms. This one was one of the ones that I started using when I was experiencing a lot of emotional anxiety and just sort of tension feelings and things like that. Balance combined with my other favorite, Serenity. These two, before doTERRA came out with the emotional line, which is another topic for another day, but if you're someone who struggles with emotional support, needs a little bit more support to help control your emotions, which I don't know who doesn't, definitely talk to the person who invited you about the emotional line. It's a great kit to add onto your first LRP after you enroll. Serenity and Balance, before doTERRA came out with that emotional kit, these were my two to help sort of quell all of those feelings of anxiety, when your mind sort of just races and races and races, and you're, in that place where you just can't quiet your mind. These two came to my rescue every single time. Serenity is also one of the oils that I love for my babies. It's so gentle. It's great for sleep. It's great for just calming them. The oils in this one are super grounding. It's a big blend of calming oils: lavender, cedarwood, hoe wood, ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, vanilla, and Hawaiian sandalwood. It's such a wonderful calming. It's the restful blend. And I personally use this one every night in my diffuser and on the bottoms of my feet, as well as this little puppy. These are the Serenity Soft Gels. And anytime anyone ever comes to me with some sleep issues, I just did this yesterday, I dropped off samples of these two. These two in combination for adults is better than any sleep medication I have ever tried. And the reason for that is that it puts me to sleep. It helps me stay asleep, but I don't wake up with that groggy weirdness. I wake up rejuvenated and refreshed, and I cannot recommend this combo enough. It actually comes together in a set when you order on your LRP. And if you have questions about what LRP is, go back to my video from yesterday or talk to the person who enrolled you. And so those are the main oils that I wanted to talk about today. There are obviously a lot more I could show you. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the best part, which is some of our supplements. And I know that we talked about Lifelong Vitality, but this trio is our best seller for a reason. I know Brittany talked about it. This is another one that I used and was a game changer for me. This trio of vitamins and supplements is the only supplement I've ever taken where I really noticed a difference. Oh, yes, Stephanie just said that Serenity saved her. Yes, it is a lifesaver. So the trio of Lifelong Vitality is it like transformed me in a way that I had taken vitamins for a long time because I've tried to live a healthy life. I've tried to, be the healthiest that I could be. And so part of that I always assumed was taking a vitamin. And I think that that's still true, but I never noticed a big difference when I took a vitamin. And if I skipped a day, it wasn't a big deal. But these are the first supplements I have ever taken where if I miss a day, I notice. And not only do I notice, but my husband notices because I get a little bit more crabby, I get a little bit lower energy, I just am generally not functioning on a good level. And these vitamins are something that I always recommend to everyone because it's a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't know of anyone who's ever returned them and gotten their money back because you guys, these oils, these vitamins are going to give you that better energy that you want, give you that more restful sleep. They're going to keep your emotions on an even keel. They're going to help your body function in a way that it would not have otherwise been able to because it really feeds the good cells and helps reduce those harmful ones called free radicals that are just sort of trying to attack all the good work that your body's trying to do. I cannot talk about it enough. And the one really big benefit of ordering your Lifelong Vitality is that if you want to try any other supplements, you can add them on to your LRP, LLV, your loyalty rewards program order of the vitamins for just 20 bucks. And you guys, it's just incredible. If you break down the price of the Lifelong Vitality, one of my favorite things is that someone went to Walmart to try to find all of the supplements that you would have to buy to make up for what you would have to, so they went to Walmart, picked out all of the vitamins you would need to get all of the vitamins that are in the Lifelong Vitality, and at Walmart, y'all, it was over $250. $250 for all of the vitamins that are just in that little trio from Walmart. And I'm not saying Walmart's a quality place to get vitamins because it's not, but it's definitely one of the cheapest. And so for just 79 bucks, you get all three oils or all three vitamins. My brain I need to put some Intune on. I'm just gonna do it. This is my favorite focus blend because my brain needs some help this morning. I like to rub it right down at the base of my spine, down my neck, and it helps me to focus. So, the vitamins are just one of the best values, I think, because you get all of those vitamins for like a quarter of the price, less than a quarter of the price, from what you would have to spend at Walmart to get all the same ingredients. Crazy. And then you can, like I said, add on vitamins for your kids or energy supplements, digestive supplements. As someone who went to school to become a registered dietitian, I always recommend the probiotics and the digestive enzymes, and I'm just going to talk about these really quickly. But if you're someone who suffers with any digestive issues, you definitely need to get the Digesten. But to restore your gut health, I highly recommend, unless you're eating fermented foods at every single meal, everybody needs a probiotic. I mean, just plain and simple, you do. Because of the way that our soil has been depleted, even if you just eat fruits and vegetables, you don't even have enough digestive enzymes in the foods that we eat to digest it properly and get all the nutrients we need out of it, which is why you also need digestive enzymes. Those are 2 add-ons that I get every single month with my loyalty rewards order of the vitamins, and I can't get quality probiotics for 20 bucks at Whole Foods, so this is a great value to me. Laura says that we love the kids probiotic. Yes, so there's a kids probiotic and it looks like a pixie stick and it tastes like a pixie stick, but it's actually a probiotic. It works really well. My son also loves it, and sometimes I like it too. I usually take the pill because doTERRA's probiotic is actually a 2-in-1. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic, which means that all of the good gut health, the good gut bacteria gets into where it needs to. Yes, Stephanie, 20 bucks is the steal for a good probiotic, but it's not just a probiotic, it's a prebiotic as well. And what that means is there's an outer capsule that gets broken down in your stomach, and that ensures that all of the good bacteria actually gets to your gut. You can spend lots of money on a really good probiotic and it will all get digested in your stomach and not actually make it to your gut, or like not enough of it will. So that's one of the reasons I always recommend doTERRA's probiotic. Okay, I spent a lot of time on that. We're gonna keep moving on and talk about why I love doTERRA as a company. Is because it's an oil company, yes, but it is really a healthy lifestyle company. And that's one of the things that I think is the most valuable thing that I've gotten, aside from the value that I've gotten from the oils, the peace of mind, the empowerment, the vitamins totally transforming my daily health. I feel like I have learned so much, and that's just from being a wholesale member and being a part of a team. There's a registered dietitian on our team. I have access to veterinarians and nurses and health practitioners who use these oils and recommend health. I used oils in my birth, and I used a book written by a midwife who uses these oils in her practice. And you guys, I have learned so much, and I also know that doTERRA is not a company that's going to try to sell you on a silver bullet. If you choose to eat fast food every day and then use these oils and think that your life is going to be, that you're going to start magically like losing weight and having more energy, like yes, maybe temporarily, but really these oils are going to start you down a road that's going to lead to healthier choices, like what you put on your dinner table and how you approach exercise and stress management and reducing your toxic load, reducing toxins in your home. And I just feel like this is just, you are here today because this is your first step down that road. And as wellness advocates, whoever invited you, we are your partner, and we are going to help you take whatever steps you are ready to take to get you to that better health, to get you to that life that's free from the pain, free from the allergy symptoms, free from the stress, free from the terrible nights of sleep, free from the digestive issues. Whatever it is that you've got going on, that's what we're here for. We're here to guide you along on your way to better health. And today is your first step, and we are so honored and so privileged to be walking alongside you during this time. And so what I want to talk about now is, now that you are ready to take your first step, we are going to pick out the best kit possible for you. And the reason I talk about kits is because, yes, you can order retail from doTERRA, but who wants to pay full price for anything, right? I always recommend the wholesale membership. And the wholesale membership is a $35 value. It's just like Costco, gives you a full year of everything doTERRA sells at a 25% discount, which is amazing. But even more than that, I always recommend an enrollment kit because it bundles some of the best products and it waives that $35 fee. You still get all the benefits for an entire year, but you don't have to pay the $35 fee. It's already rolled in to the kit. Plus, you get a discount beyond that wholesale price when you get a kit. So let me just back up. You can pay retail, but nobody does that. Nobody wants to do that. You can buy a wholesale membership, which is $35, and then add on whatever oils you want, which is still a really good deal, but the best is waiving that $35 fee, plus getting your oils at an even bigger discount than that 25% for your initial enrollment order. And so the top two kits that I'm going to be talking about are the Home Essentials kit, which if you look on your handout is one of the most popular because it has those top 10 oils that we've talked about. It has the Breathe, the Deep Blue Oil, Digest Zen, frankincense, lemon, melaleuca, On Guard, oregano, peppermint, and it comes with a diffuser. And the reason that this kit is so popular is because you save almost $90 just by grabbing this deal when you enroll. And it's 90% not off of it's $90 not off the retail, but off of the wholesale price. So it's one of the best values and probably the most popular kit that I sell. But for those folks who are ready to get started with like all of the things in your house, getting them replaced with all of the healthy, non-toxic products that we've talked about this week, like the Deep Blue Rub, like the toothpaste, like the vitamins, you guys, I cannot more highly recommend the Natural Solutions Kit. It is, I think, one of the best values, not only because you save $220, which is a lot of money to save, but you get $100 in product credits, and you start earning 15% instead of 10% on your loyalty rewards order. So it is the best because you get all of the oils that we talked about, plus the vitamins and two of my favorite supplements, the probiotics and the digestive enzymes, plus you get the On Guard hand wash, you get a diffuser, you get fractionated coconut oil, you get the hand spray, you get the beadlets, you get you even get shampoo and conditioner, which is one of my favorite lifestyle products because my hair is super healthy. It's never been healthier or better. I love it. You also get a really nice case to keep your oils in. You guys, this value is incredible. The Natural Solutions Kit is probably the one that I recommend the most and equally as popular as the Home Essentials Kit. It just depends on your budget. So what you're going to do after I get off this call, this live video, is you're going to talk to the person who enrolled you and you're going to pick out the best kit for you. I definitely recommend those top two kits. There are definitely others in the lineup ranging in, if you're like, I am ready to start this and I want all the oils, I want all the things, there are kits for that too. And if you are someone who's on a more restricted budget, there are definitely kits for every single budget. So you guys, don't wait. Today only, when you enroll, you get a 15 milliliter bottle of Wild Orange totally for free. And you guys have experienced the power of this week, and we're going to send it to you just as a thank you for enrolling today. The other thing we're going to do is ensure that you get doTERRA's promotion this month, which is when you enroll today with a kit, you're going to get $50 free in oils next month. So if you get that Natural Solutions Kit, you're already going to get $100 in free oils, but on top of that, you're going to get an extra $50. So you're going to when you get the Natural Solutions Kit today, you're going to get all those amazing products at a $220 savings beyond what the wholesale price is. Plus, you're going to get $150 back to spend next month in free product, and you're going to get 15% of everything you spend for the next 3 months back in oils, and that's going to go up all the way to 30% when you order every single month. I really encourage everyone to get a kit with a diffuser because, yes, love getting a diffuser. It's the first thing I started when receiving my kit. My whole family and pets benefited right away. I cannot stress to you enough the essential value of getting a diffuser as soon as you get your oils. It is probably one of my favorite ways to use them. So between aromatic, topical, and internal, aromatic is definitely the most popular, which is smelling the oils. Topical is on your skin, and internal is either in your food or in a pill or under your tongue. So Anyway, I just wanted to thank everyone so much for being here today. I'm so privileged to have been along this journey with you. Please comment below with questions and be sure to get in touch with the person who spoiled you today to make sure you get that free wild orange when you enroll. We're so excited to be on this journey with you. Please know that the education does not end here. When you enroll, we bring you into our tribe of secret and happy, wonderful VIP education groups here on Facebook or even just through email. You can pick the best way. There are also events wherever you are, continuing education events. We're not just going to leave you hanging. We're here for the long haul with you, partnering with you to make sure that you are getting the most out of your oils and continuing to take those steps toward better health and natural health with these wonderful non-toxic products. I'm so thankful for all of you. Hey Roxanne, I'm so thankful for you. You're amazing too. Yeah, I'm just so thankful that you all are here. Get in touch with the person who enrolled you. Have an amazing Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you all again very soon, I'm sure.